in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You know, look at the stars, ex-fighters, ex-champions ringside. That's what these fights do. That's what these venues do.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. He blocks the uppercut. Ooh, a good straight. Insane action. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Does well to block that left jab. Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on.
Here we go for round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
And he scores with the counter. This with that jab. Counter punches have to hurt. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. It all comes down to what you can do on the inside.
You cannot beat a good old-fashioned long jab. Nobody can get past that.
Nice defense on that jab. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Relax.
Get your focus back, get that jab back. Just box him. Just be smart.
Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. He was coasting this fight, and now you've let him back into it. Now, it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident now. You've got to take that confidence.
Straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused.
And start gathering your pace and win this round back. Take away that
You
confidence.
were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Good.
Media to switch back on, get focused, and get your mind back on the job.
Think about the defence on end and think about what you do.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action.
Listen, be smart when you go out there.
Doing the gaps will appear. You're getting your time in already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it.
And there's the bell for round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Can't land that jab. When you're fighting a massive heavyweight like this, you can't go toe-to-toe. You got to stick and move and use angles.
There's an old saying, a good big one will always beat a good little one.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right just misses. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. There's a counter shot. Down goes Fury. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four. Come to me.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Getting your timing already.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
And he scores with the counter. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Beautiful counter shot. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. The jab just got blocked. The straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Can't land that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Missing with the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Put it back on him this round. Get out there and switch on.
On to the fifth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
You'd like to see more jabs. Nice job to block that uppercut. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Catch and shoot. Straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Ali in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
What are you doing? Come on, switch on, switch on. You've been coasting.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let back into the fight.
On to the sixth round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
He blocks the jab. Good counter punch. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Ali in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
He's not in your league. Come on.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man.
Here we go. It's round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
His jab just got blocked. Counter shot. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far? Good counter punch. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. True champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. From this moment,
Put your mind back on the job.
there's the bell to start round 8. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That counter punch caught him clean. Trying to score that left, but can't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside post-round.
Nice counter. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punching. The straight right just misses. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Focus on what you do.
He's shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got to be...
Listen, be smart.
And we enter the ninth. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Good shot with the left cross. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. And now they're right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But
you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
Love that, the jab slick.
There's the bell to start round 10. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punch. That hook won't score. Good counter punch. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Hold that thought! And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice weave. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. And there's the bell for round 11. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little favour and pickpocket them.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Just misses with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get back out there.
Nice round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. You're getting your time in.
This round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just
Few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great work.
go back and win the round. All right? It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. He was close to this.
Who thought we would have made it to 12? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you get him in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
That right hook won't score. And down goes Fury. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory. That is God. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.